Hello parents, I hope you're well and welcome to the Senior Tutor Update video for week 4 of the autumn term. In this week's lessons, tutors will be returning the marked assessments that tutees did in week 3, as well as the marked assignments that tutees completed in week 2. And with that, there will be a large amount of the lesson given to completing corrections. And we've already spoken to students about how we complete our corrections effectively. But I would like to spend a little bit of time in this week's Senior Tutor Update video talking about overview sheets. Now, every tutee will have one of these overview sheets in the front of their folders. And these overview sheets allow students to take a little bit of time to reflect on whether it's the assignment or the assessment that they've just been returned, and to think about not just their score and to track their progress, which is of course important, but also to look at the area of focus. And this really allows students to just spend a moment thinking about their learning, thinking about where they can look to improve their results, and also to help structure their revision for the assessment to come in 3 weeks' time. It also feels like the opportune time to highlight that we'd really encourage the tutees to speak to tutors about how to effectively revise for assessments. Now, that differs, of course, depending on the student themselves, but also with the subject that they're revising for. So, for example, the advice that I would give for mathematics would be potentially different to the advice that Kish would give for English or Rebecca would give for reasoning and science. And now feels like a really good time, particularly with cross-year exams coming up in schools or in many schools, things like setting tests, for example, that will be coming up, that we do spend a little bit of time engaging with the students and discussing the idea of how to effectively revise for those subjects. There's all sorts of pedagogy out there about visual learners and auditory learners and kinesthetic learners and how learning and revision differs for students in different subjects. But I would just like students to spend a little bit of time thinking about that this week. The final little point seems a bit arbitrary now, but I would like to highlight that of water bottles. We have noticed that this year in particular, students have been needing lessons to go and get cups of water quite a lot. And if we could try to minimise that disruption to lessons, that would be great. So if you've got a water bottle, please do bring it. It doesn't have to be trefoil or water bottle, it can be any water bottle at all, but please do bring a water bottle if you can. It will just minimise the disruption to the lessons that we're seeing. Other than that, good luck with your corrections this week. Good luck thinking about how we revise and your revision strategies for the assessments, and the next ones will be in week 6.